so far has been totally dominated by Australia. And 50 overs they massed, 434 for 4. It was quite remarkable, a run rate of 8.68. Magnificent performance of Ricky Ponting, 164 of 105 deliveries. And also Michael Hussey, 81 of 51. Okay, here we go, Smith on strike. An enormous total to chase down. And he's got someone about 150 screaming in. Oh, that'll be a bit of a help. Big roar from the crowd here, capacity crowd, 32,000 people. And South Africa open their account.
Well, the nice thing about chasing a target like this is that it's very clear what you have to do. And almost if you get out playing big shots or going for it or being very, very aggressive and attacking, you can say, well, what else was I supposed to do? So in that, don't be surprised though. I think 1 or 2 South African batsmen will come off here today. The big question is for how much.
Captain's away as well.
So what's your call then? If they are going to change the order, 3's then got to be the option. Who do South Africa send in at 3?
Well, I guess it's going to be Herschel Gibbs. 2 slips for Brett Lee. See, the thing about Sean Pollock, Darryl, we've seen it for years and years and years, and rarely has he let the country down. He'll always just snipe 1 or 2 only at the start, and that changes things dramatically.
Yes, that has been his great skill. Partners Bakai and Tinuwala, and no doubt his experience. Just 1 or 2 words of advice that he may offer bowlers in trying circumstances. That disappointed me a bit with Graham Smith. I felt he took a step back here today, particularly towards the end. But as I said earlier, he may have felt, well, what more can I say? We're getting hammered. Let's just get to the end of this as quickly as possible.
Never before has this sort of total been posted in a 50-over game. World record today from Australia. And now, of course, you've got to face Brett Lee.
What do you think about South Africa pulling it off? Won't that be a game to remember? It's going to require some amazing batting and a lot of luck. And some very poor bowling.
A single off the last ball. Yeah, you might just settle for some 870 odd runs in a day's play in a one day. 3 for no loss. Bracken now. No run there. Now just to let you know, I mean, this run rate required is going to be something that's worth watching now. To start off, it was 8.7. After 3 runs in 7 balls, it's now gone to 8.85. So it escalates dramatically in this situation if you don't get off quickly.
No, it just shows you then what a value the dot ball is. And that's what Australia will be aware of. Just keep stringing those dot balls together.
Chopped it on. Lost a wicket early. Nathan Bracken did the business in Durban, and he started by getting Dippenaar today.
Got a fortune to go with it there. Inside edge. Dippenaar looking to get it down to 3rd man. It's a fairly foolish delivery. And he'll count himself very unlucky on this sort of pitch to get out in that fashion. Fortunately, the hero out of the Durban innings, he has to leave. But Dippenaar gone for 1. South Africa now 3 for 1. Yeah, you got to be unlucky to get out that way, particularly on a pitch like this.
Whipped away, just behind square on the leg side. Come back for 2. That was another feature of the Australian innings, and we've talked, of course, about all the boundaries that were scored and the high percentage of runs scored in boundaries, somewhere around about 65%, which is quite ludicrous for a one-day game. But their running between the wickets, Darryl, was also brilliant.
Well, the secret to that is they ran that first one particularly hard. It is the sort of ground where you can put the sweepers under pressure. You get it in the gap, beat the inner ring. Invariably, if he hasn't got ball in hand, you can turn for the second. It just is a very tough ground to defend on. You rely so much on your bowlers getting it right on the day. And when the outfield is as quick as it is, it's an absolute nightmare.
South Africa should be number 2 in the world. They should be saying to themselves, okay, well, they've done it, so if we get off to a start here and someone dominates like Ponting did, and I think a lot of responsibility is on the captain's head, Graeme Smith, if they get off, there might be a chance. That's good. That's 4.
Well, South Africa will need a whole lot more than just one half volley. They need a good couple. And that'll give confidence to Graeme Smith. Driven down the ground. And the extra pace of Lee on this pitch, if you get it wrong, he's going to travel away.
This has been the key head-to-head throughout the summer. Might be another boundary. Here's another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries now for Graeme Smith. 8 runs off the first 2 balls.
Well, Mark, you know, this is why you can't get too convinced about Australia necessarily winning this match. I'll still bet on them to do it, but you see that shot, that's just a push. Most grounds, that'll be stopped by point. You'll have time perhaps to get around. Well, third man makes some ground. He just races.
That's past the inside edge and past the outside edge of the off stump. But 10 from the over, 15 for 1. Inside edge, not far away from the stumps, and he'll take that.
Well, I'll take anything now, South Africa. And this is the sort of luck they need. Inside edge, edges, 1 or 2 drop catches. It's all going to count. Australia won't be unhappy with that start. Only conceding 28 after 5. You feel now that South Africa need to do something.
Down the track and just over the top of Michael Clark, and that's 4.
Well, it wasn't going to take too much longer. Herschel Gibbs, 13 from 14 right now. And that strike rate's going to have to be somewhere up 100. He's got to keep it going right up there.
Interesting to note that after 1 ball in the 6th over, Australia had 27 runs on the board. South Africa now got 32. Gone again. And 4 more back-to-back boundaries for Gibbs.
That's what it's all about, yeah. You get those lines and lengths wrong, you can swing through it with gay abandon. This is exactly what Herschel Gibbs is doing. Speeds away yet again. Another welcome boundary for South Africa.
Herschel Gibbs, as we all know, is a rare talent. Now, this is perhaps the ideal situation for him. 3 4s of 15 balls and looking to play shots. It's a good shot from Herschel Gibbs. He's got that away beautifully. Nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6 off the first ball of the over. Brett Lee is bowling some pretty tidy pace, 145.5 k's per hour, and Gibbs is looking to play some strokes. Nice position for that. And into the stand on the short boundary. In the commentary box now for the next half hour, Barry Richards and Tony Greig.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, that's much better. That's exactly what the doctor ordered from a South African batting point of view, and indeed from the this big crowd's point of view. Brett Lee again. Gibbs needs to play an absolute gem here. Needs support as well. Off the pad, I think off the pad and down to the boundary for 4. Leg byes. They'll take them whatever way they can get them. Oh boy, the South African flags are coming out now. There's just a little feeling. Can our batsmen make a go of this? Well, Gibbs is the man. Right, so 47 for 1. Gibbs on 24 of 25. Smith gets it away. That'll go to the boundary for 4 as well. That's well played. Right, now we need the South African captain to come to the party. He's got 20 of 12, so he's going pretty well. They just need to keep these boundaries coming. Lovely shot. The fine leg fieldsman up, and so the ball dispatched away to the boundary. Left arm over the wicket. Well, the idea is right. There's no turning back here.
Absolutely no prisoners at all, and that's the way it's got to be. Just about the same as Australia, really. 51 off 7.2, so they're up with the rate.
Well fielded. Full-length dive by Clark.
He's brilliant. A.B. de Villiers for South Africa, Michael Clark for Australia. And perhaps Andrew Simons thrown into the mix with Herschel Gibbs. Four of the best fielders you'll ever wish to see.
Oh, that's a magnificent shot. It's gone through the fingers there of the close fieldsman. It was hit so well, it's gone to the boundary for 4. 57 for 1.
Graham Smith. Could this be his day? All he needs is a little bit of luck. He's a boundary hitter and a very strong man.
Not many smiles, by the way, on the bowler's faces in there, and that is understandable. That's well played. That's beautifully played. Steered to the boundary for 4. Keep him coming.
Well, I think you're a little bit generous there. I think it was a half steer. I think he was looking for that area. There's no doubt about it. He knows there's no slip, so he can angle the bat. But I think it was a thickish edge. No slip at home. 4 more. And that's the advantage of Lee. He really comes onto the bat. So if you miss the fielder anywhere after you've hit it, it's going to go away for 4. No doubt about that at all. More boundaries. 4 for Gibbs.
28 of 26 he's got. Leered to him again. Oh, well fielded. He's blasted that into that offside field again. At the moment, the South Africans are certainly testing some of these fielders, and the Aussies are scrubbing up well in the field.
Again, this time Simons.
Well played. That's the area he loves. Don't pitch it up without a deep mid-wicket. Smith's going well because he'll dispatch it in that area.
Could it be? Long way to go, but they've made a very good start. 10 fours, 1 6. High percentage of boundaries. That's his bread and butter shot.
Yes, Australia at this stage were 60 for none, so South Africa effectively have made more runs than the Australians did at the same time. So that just gives you some idea of what Barry Richards is saying. It is a good start, and just can you imagine if they were batting first, they'd be very satisfied with it. Well, he's got it away. That's 4. Take that. Short delivery, and it got the treatment it deserved. No ball called as well, so that makes it just a little bit worse.
Well, he hasn't learnt. When he gets the new ball in his hand, Brett Lee, all he wants to do is bowl 150 plus. And when they're chasing a target and they're looking to hit every ball hard, what you've got to do is change the pace. Slower balls are the order. Slower, not quicker, Brett.
Oh boy, what about a single there? Decided against it, so the end of the over, 72 for 1. Right, so Ponting has decided that he's going to change the attack here. Bracken opened the bowling with Lee, and now he's decided to give it to Clark. Oh, well played. That's 4. Left-handers love you to pitch it outside that leg stump without a fine leg. They only allowed one back on that side. They've got one back on each side. They've got a third man, and their man on the leg side is dead square.
Well, we'll keep an eye on what the comparison was after 10 overs, after 50 and after 20. South Africa ahead at the moment. And suddenly, the bowlers were just thinking a little bit, we wouldn't want to lose this. We've got to get it right, increasing the pressure on the length that they have to bowl.
And I think that Ponting could be thinking, okay, we'll leave them up. Let them, they're not quite in, let them try and get over the top. We might get a wicket here. That's well played. It's going down towards the boundary. Will it be? Oh, it's beautifully stopped. Catich down there doing really well.
Lightning outfield. Just a quick check. Not sure whether his foot went over the line. Again, good use of the wrist from Herschel Gibbs.
So that looked all right to me. So 5 off this over. They need a 4 here. 1 ball to go. They need to score at 9 and over. Oh, good shot. He's hit that one over the top. Bouncing away down to the boundary. Well, he knew exactly what was needed this over. It's spoiled it a bit for Lewis. 89 for 1.
He's not going to put them down, Graham Smith. You'd think a lot of people would have fallen in a hole after chasing 430. He's not going to go down without a fight, Graham Smith.
South Africa are 89 for 1 after 11 overs, and I can tell you that the Australians were 20 runs behind that. They hadn't lost a wicket, but 20 runs slower in terms of their start. Gives you some idea of how well South Africa are responding here. Straight down the ground, and it's beaten him. It's 4. Well, there's the boundary for this over. That's 7 off the over. He's across what's required. Is the South African captain.
Playing a bit of roulette. He's charging, and then he's going deep in the crease just to try and mix the length up. You can see there how far back he is in the crease, and that really plays on the mind of the bowler. Getting the right leg out the way so he can swing through.
The clouds still are around. New from these parts. Nice team totals. 434 for Australia. South Africa right at the top is what you see.
Inside edge, 4 runs. Runs are coming here. 9 runs off the over so far, and still 2 balls remaining. It's not an inside edge, it's buys. And I think it was a no ball as well, interesting enough. Alim Dar has certainly missed a few of those. Thin edge. Chases on. The ball is going to win. What a good over this is for South Africa.
And it's not finished. The crowd are on their feet, waving their arms with every boundary. They'll take them anywhere they can. Outside edge. He does open the blade, though, to be fair.
25 runs ahead at this stage, South Africa. For Gibbs. Just 46 deliveries.
Good entertainment. Well played, Herschel Gibbs. Everybody knows how good Herschel Gibbs can be when he finds touch. The question is it that kind of day?
Gone for 5 so far in this over. Drinks is not far away. Strong drive, but not through. Brett Lee does the work. 6 runs off the over, 14 overs gone, 116 for 1, and Drinks it is.
This morning, live on Fox Sports. The ATP's elite are duelling in the desert for the first Masters Trophy of 2006. Roger's gunning for 3 in a row on the hard courts of Indian Wells. But with the world's top players in his sights, he'll have to be at his brilliant best if he wants to claim the title. The Masters Series continues, the Pacific Life Open from Indian Wells, this morning live on Fox Sports 2.
BBC World looks at growing up in the 21st century. With great wealth and great poverty, what does it mean to be a child in India today? Different lives, defining moments. 6 cultures, 6 children, all coming of age. Trials and tribulations, laughter and joy. The highs and lows of staff and students in African school.
Many people will like it, I believe.
This weekend from the Barclays English Premier League. The football kicks off with the Saturday night triple header live at 11:30. First up, we're at Goodison Park as Everton go up against Aston Villa. What a start! Next up at 2, we're in Manchester. Stuart Pearce and his City boys take on Wigan Athletic. Fantastic goal! And at 4:15, Birmingham City's survival in the big league is on the line. They face a tough home match against Spurs. Then on Monday morning, the Toon Army will be in full song as Newcastle play host to Liverpool. What a brilliant goal! And at 3, the West London derby kicks off between Fulham and Chelsea. This weekend, the Saturday night triple header kicks off at 11:30 with Everton Villa. Monday morning, it's Newcastle, Liverpool and Fulham, Chelsea.
Beautiful sunshine. A couple of clouds, as we often had mentioned. They won't affect us today for sure, says Mike Hazeman.
Brilliant. Muscled to bring up 50.
Well played, Graham Smith. That's a fine reply. And a deserving applause from his home crowd. He needed to come out and straight away strike back at the opposition. He's done that in style.
He played a magnificent Pro 20 knock here a couple of weeks ago. He's doing pretty much the same at the moment. As Andrew Simons is introduced into the attack. Now, he bowled a bit of a mix the other day in Durban. Started off bowling some seamers, then reverted to the medium, to the off spinners. Looks like this is going to be off spin today. 110 wickets, economy rate under 5.
Good shot. That's 4.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. There's no doubt they have to get a boundary over here. Bit of pressure on them. 3 balls not going for too many. 6,000 runs in one international cricket now for Herschel Gibbs. Now that is a very good shot. Just rocking back and hammering it through the covers for 4. Sweeper out there, just the one. Well played, 4 runs. Very good placement.
And timing. He didn't hit it too hard, didn't try to overhit it. Once he'd found the gap, it was 4. And again, it was in the drive zone. And on this track, we've seen the whole day how easy it's been to drive. Look at that.
See, this is a good deck. It's a full toss. He's edged it and he's got himself another boundary. Goodness me, this is quite remarkable. 9 runs from the over, still 1 ball remaining. Not good bowling for Mick Lewis, it's got to be said. And Smith is going like a train.
The fast one of that. Speed train. Well, a bit of fortune every now and again helps. Striving for that Yorker, just over pitching.
4 runs. runs, beautifully played. That is a very good shot indeed. That's what they need to do. It's a situation where a few balls are bowled, the pressure builds up, they need a boundary, they look for it and they get it. Well played, 145 for one.
Well, that shot was against whatever spin there was. There isn't much. He gets himself into a good position as Graham Smith. Good hitting position. Sets himself. Would want to be a captain on a day like this.
South Africa are 38 runs ahead of where Australia were after 18 overs. They have both lost a wicket. 145 for one, and it is Michael Clarke in the attack as well. It's a good shot. One bounce, four. Opened the blade perfectly, Herschel Gibbs. He didn't move. He knew that was going. That's a fine stroke. 150 on the board now for South Africa.
And that in just the 18th, or the 19th over. Unbelievable.
Sweeper on the offside. It is Hussey coming out of the shadows. He's got a good arm. So Graham Smith at the moment, 70 off 45 balls. The fastest 100 for South Africa is Herschel Gibbs, 84 deliveries. And it's a boundary off the first ball of the over. Wow, it is raining runs.
What a shot from Herschel Gibbs. Just a little check punch. Unbelievable timing.
I can't help but look at some of these Australian faces, Pat. It's just amazing. Chasing 435 to win, and you can see there's tension on some of the Australian faces. He's hit that beautifully, and that's gone a long way back for half a dozen.
Not 5 rows, not 10, not 20, more than that. Almost right out the ground. Way, way back. Simons bowled the slower ball. Smith waited for it. And bang.
There he goes again. And he's too big a man not to get it out of the park. Graham Smith is going to play an innings which will be equal to Ricky Ponting's. 85 or 50 deliveries. Here we go. I think it's fasten your seatbelts, Tom.
Yes, it sure is. It's such a great pitch. You can hit through it with all confidence. And up here on the high felt, ball travels a long way. Oh, that's brilliant work in the covers. And that's what it's about. They've got to ensure that not too sure how they're going to do it. Stop as many boundaries as possible. That's what's keeping South Africa in the game. It's going to require a lot of good bowling and some brilliant work like this.
Can it be? That's what the crowd are asking. They're all getting right into it now. There's a chance, they feel. And after shots like that, there certainly will be another one out the park. I don't know what the record number of sixes is in a one-day game, but this will be pretty close. 190 for one.
Well, Barry Richards would have been proud of this shot. Down the track, over mid-off, in the extra cover region. There's been a couple of great shots played here today. And this will go down as one of the best.
Now is at the turning point. Look at the delight on Michael Clarke's face, and more importantly, Michael Hussey's. He really thinks that might be a big wicket, and it certainly might be. Just not getting onto it, Graham Smith. and he's gone. Unlucky.
I think this was what that debate was about. Clark going around the wicket, asking Smith to come and fetch it outside or stump. Smith favours the leg side. This time, though, not quite getting all of it, dragging it straight to that man. Well, the captain hasn't stood back. Not the greatest day in the field, but superb with the bat. So there we go, 190 for 2.
Here we go. In the air and out the park. What a response after a wicket. They crossed, so Gibbs facing, he goes to 90. Looking at the toe of his bat, that's how good the bats are today. Michael Clark, wry smile.
I'll keep talking about those sixes, Barry Richards. It's 19 now.
Now then, young man. Got all the shots. Off immediately. That's always a nice feeling.
Well, the other thing about de Villiers, he's quick between the wickets.
That's very close, given not out. Bowler's not happy.
Well, just the way that he played it, and where Clark delivers from. When it struck the pad, you thought immediately, this has got to be a good shot. Leave it to Hawkeye.
I reckon it'll tell you it's hitting just the outside of leg, but that's a very close call. There he goes. The power play got him up. I'm going to go over the top. Enough of this, he says.
Well, Herschel Gibbs isn't going to change his game. He may be near a milestone. I have to agree with him. And this is the way to go. If the opportunity presents itself, you can't let that stand in the way of what the team needs. Brilliant shot. It's on. And he's done it so well today already. 97 now to Gibbs. And if he does go to 100, this crowd will erupt.
About one ball from now, maybe two. There it is. Just won 16 ODI hundreds for Herschel Gibbs, but his job's not over yet.
It's far from over, but for now they're going to celebrate with him. A superb innings when it's needed most by his side. He's come to the party. Look at that, 79 balls, a brilliant strike rate. And isn't it good to see Herschel Gibbs in form? There we go, Gibbs again. He's fancying the straight boundary. He's fancying these Australian bowlers at that sort of pace. They're going to pitch it up. He's going over the top.
Wrong length. Right result for South Africa. The crowd are really getting into it now. They sense that there's something special is happening here, not just from an innings point of view, but maybe from a total point of view. He's going at everything, Herschel. He's got to be a little careful here. He doesn't want to get too carried away. Now he's got his 100. Temptation is to play shots because it just relieves the pressure in your own mind and you're looking to go at everything. He's got to be just a little careful not to get out. There he goes again. More runs. Stand and deliver. That's a home run over third base.
Has Lewis got a slow ball? Does he change his line? Or does he go for death bowling to get it right up there? I think he's got to get it right up there. And somehow ensure that Gibbs doesn't get him away down the ground. Danger is, he gets slightly wrong, you're going again.
Like that. More runs. Gilchrist has got to stand up to the stumps. He will not do it, and his bowlers have paid the penalty. He's got to get up because they're using their feet to get out there. They're creating a different length. You've got to pull them back. Look where Herschel Gibbs is. He's right out of his crease. Don't know what they're doing. They're not thinking clearly, the Aussies. And you can understand why. There's pressure from the South African batsman.
The crowd's not happy. Once again, Ponting having a chat to Lewis.
There he goes again. He's selected his area, and that's on the offside. As much as Ricky Ponting puts it through mid-wicket, so Herschel Gibbs puts it through cover. Boy, oh boy, have we got a game here. The crowd have gone wild.
Well, Gibbs is giving himself room. He's clearing the left leg. If it's up and straight, it's going straight. A hint of width, it's going in that area through the cover region.
Here we go again. That's the arrow he said he was going for. You can't protect it up in the ring because he just goes up and over. You've got to make sure that it's in the block hole, otherwise you pay big time. And the pressure's just getting to them. Right on a length, clear the left leg, squirt it over the top. Even if it doesn't hit the middle, it's going to go over the top. Always square. And that's down to third man. There's 4 more. What an over this has been. 242 for 2.
Well, I don't know if those of you at home can hear the roars that are emanating from this crowd at the moment. It really has come alive, this place, the whole stadium. Lewis. Over the top. A man back. 1 bounce. Oh, this is close. Safe. We don't need a run out here. You've got to be a little careful of Hussey. He's got a very good arm and he's very fast.
So is Gibbs. Well,
in the air, and he's dropped it. He's dropped it. Oh, could he have dropped the trophy? Is it the case of this time it's the other way round? Could Bracken have dropped the cup, so to speak? Listen to the cheers in the background.
well, full toss mishit straight to him, as easy as you can get in these kind of games.
If you were Gibbs, you'd have to walk down and say it to him, wouldn't you?
You better believe it.
You'd have to have gone down there and said it to him. Another fumble. Well, it's starting to happen to the Australians now. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Straight down the ground. And that seriously relieves the pressure.
Watch how the hands follow the line of the ball. Dead straight. 1 bounce into their standard backboard.
Oh, good shot. Very good shot. He gave him a bit of room there. Take that. Gibbs has blasted that away to the point boundary. He moves to 136 off 95 balls. What an innings he's playing here.
An innings of a lifetime.
To run away. There we go. Hits the way on the onside. Will it beat the field? Yes, it has. That's 4 as well. Martin diving away. Didn't quite get there. Oh boy. When you start to see the fast bowlers jabbering away, then you know things are starting to change.
Well, it looked like a Sydney Harbour Bridge there, the way he dived over that. I've got to tell you, Tony, that's where you live. Look at that. Oh, what's going on?
174 runs needed, 128 deliveries to go. Gibbs on strike on 140. Oh, he's hit that one beautifully. 1 bounce, I think, for 4. Superb shot. Over cover. That's exactly what he's got to do. Stay put on leg stump or middle of the leg. If it's out there, pick his gap. Hit it over the head of the infielder.
Well, with fine leg up in the circle, the bowler cannot go too straight. So you more or less know he's going to go off stump just outside.
And again, oh, that's gone. That's gone. That's gone way, way up. A huge 6. Well, who would believe what is happening here? The most sixes in a match is 21. And They've now got to 21.
And Gibbs has gone to 150. What a stroke. Fetch there.
Down the ground, one bounce to the fieldsman at long on, and they'll get a single. Yes, it can't be long now before there's going to be a drinks break, and I've got to tell you that it'll probably be a good thing. The batsman can just settle down a little bit, have a bit of a team talk. De Villiers starting to find the middle of the bat. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, when luck's on your side, ride it.
Some would say fortune favours the brave, Tony.
Yeah, well, that's definitely the case with that shot. So Herschel Gibbs has just reached his highest score. Oh, and like a rocket back at the bowler. And the end of the over, the score is 2 down now for 279.
No, I don't think we have seen the best of South African.
I guess in a way we're 2-0 up in a 6-game series.
I think on their home turf they're going to be very, very hard to beat. They're going to have a big crowd behind them.
We do have a sense of unfinished business. Playing in front of our home crowd is going to be exciting, and on our own wickets we certainly believe we can dominate Australia at home.
I think we've got to be prepared for a really tough fight from them.
The first ball of the first test match over there is the start of a new series, and we've got to make sure we're ready to go.
Look and learn, boys. You're looking at the winner of the comp.
I got one! Oh, it's a big one! Woo! What a beauty! Beat that!
Doesn't qualify.
Doesn't qualify? Look at it!
The chiller was holding the rod when the fish struck.
You can't be serious.
Rules is rules. Looks like you're the winner, Harry.
You reckon I should get it mounted? I know where I'd like to stick it.
Every athlete starts somewhere. Eventually they begin to wonder, am I good enough? For 11 days in March, the answer will be found here. In these small moments. In the blink of an eye, years of sacrifice will be justified or lost, dreams realised or broken, and all with the whole nation watching. These small moments.
Every medal, every sport. The Melbourne 2006 Commonwealth Games on Fox Sports.
Watch this one, Macca.
Yeah.
Nice catch, Jacko. I think it's a mackerel.
The rugby revolution is here with the Tui's new Super 14. Every game of every round with all Aussie team matches live.
Right, well, there it is. The most sensational things are happening. 279 for 2, 30 overs have been bowled, and you'd have to say that if South Africa lose from this point, they'd be pretty disappointed with themselves. Oh boy, what a shot. Perhaps it wasn't the message. That's an unbelievable shot.
What can you say? This is value for money like you can't believe. If you've chosen to stay down and watch this in the box, man, look at that.
So Gibbs got to keep going. Could make 200 here. There's the drop catch again. Oh boy. Oh, he's hit that. It's in the air. This is going to be caught. Will it be caught? Yes, he's gone. That's the end of De Villiers going for the big one. I think it's the right bloke to be going for them. De Villiers going for the big one at mid-on. And again, nicely taken on the boundary. Never easy when the rope is nearby.
No, not at all. He just didn't get hold of it. Went too high. And did well. Steadied himself and then just had a look to see he was inside the clock. It's good. But Nathan Bracken gets a wicket. So De Villiers goes for 14. 284 for 3.
Here's the dismissal again.
Said it was a good catch. Australians probably felt that just in time they've got a wicket, some reprieve. But Joe Callis walking to the wicket after that catch. They've got some work to do. And Gibbs and Callis have been playing cricket all their life together.
Wants another one. Callis should be coming back. Yes, he does. Just pertinent to point out that there has never been a match where more runs have been scored at this stage even. The highest prior to this was 693 runs, 15 wickets. And we've already gone past, well, what is it now, 720. So Gibbs' score is 163. Callis has just arrived at the crease, has been sitting there watching this carnage, and now has to be part of it. Simons to him. I think that's what he's going to do. But he mustn't put too much pressure on Gibbs. He might take the singles, but he's got to be saying to him, don't do anything stupid, just hit fours, keep it on the ground now. I reckon Gibbs can do this without hitting the ball in the air.
The thing is though, Tony, I don't think Herschel Gibbs will change his game. I think he's in that mode. I think he'll carry on playing. It's a question of how quickly can Callis get in, that if Gibbs did get out, and let's face it, he's going to be tiring. He's going to be tired. He's tiring all the while.
That's in the air, and there's a fieldsman down there, but it's gone all the way. Well, there's no doubt that what you're saying is the way he's going to play it. I'm still not sure that it's the right way to go, though.
Well, you just keep watching, and he'll keep middling it, hopefully. That's one heck of a shot.
Well, that six makes it the most sixes in any one-day international ever. Right, Simons to him again, and again. Oh, that's a bigger six. That was a rank full toss. It's a question of help yourself at the moment.
Yeah, the buffet ball. This has got out of hand now for Ricky Ponting. You look around the ground, but that shot, well, I reckon a couple of tailenders could hit that.
In the air, and that's it. Well, I'm afraid to say that section of the party has come to an end. He's hit 2 sixes. He did what you thought he would do. He did. I really think that he should have hung in there a little bit. However, that doesn't detract from one of the great innings of all time. He's wandering off this ground, having been caught by Lee off the bowling of Simons for 175. That was a superb performance.
Well played, Hershey. As good as innings as anyone has seen here. He goes for 175. And 299 for 4 now into that famous tunnel. 136 to win from 18.1. Well.
Oh, and that one spun back in, and the question's asked, but no nick. That is the end of the over. 299 for 4. Right, so a little team talk there between two new batsmen, and that's the issue now. Can they keep up what is required? Callis is on 1. Boucher hasn't scored yet. The required run rate is 7.56. They need 136 of 108 balls. This game is beautifully set.
Good work from Ricky Ponting at mid-wicket.
What did Sean Pollock say to him? The drinks break.
733 runs. In fact, 734 runs now have been scored as South Africa bring up their 300 and just 8 wickets have fallen. I'm stunned by what we're seeing today, Barry.
It's like the subcontinent. It really is.
Coming back for the second. Ricky Ponting won't want to bowl. Simons again, he's gone for 10. Lewis has also gone for 10. Clark has gone for 10. Michael Clark, that is, per over. But gee, he's not going to have any option. He's going to have to squeeze these extra overs out of someone. Someone's going to get punished here, big time. Towards the end, providing there's quality players at the crease. Boucher and Callis are quality players. Major blow losing Gibbs, of course, soon after losing A.B. de Villiers. Sliding leg side. A little bit quicker that time from Clark. 90 k's per hour. Crowd are certainly giving the Australians a little bit of a raspberry today when they appeal for anything.
Tell you what, that's not far away. It's turned back a bit. It's just a little bit far forward.
That's a good over. Only 4 runs coming from it. 303 for 4.
And there it is. In fact, it hit between middle and leg. So not a good decision. Maybe the luck has turned.
Still got to go at 8 runs and over, South Africa. It's good running, good working.
They're missing a trick again. They've got everybody back on the boundary, and of course Callis has just come in. He's not that kind of player. You've got to come in off the boundary a little bit, and Boucher is a similar. They're looking for 2s to get their innings underway, and that's the LBW. Hitting.
Squeezed away.
Squeezed it away. Sorry, Michael. We're all getting excited in the box here. We just can't get enough of these boundaries. Every time we look up, the ball's disappearing. And that's not what Ricky Ponting wants to see. Jacques Callis underway.
6 balls he's faced. He's got 10 runs. So important that when he came to the crease, he got going straight away. He's done that. He had no choice today. Batting at number 5. Unusual position for Callis. Full toss. Work down the ground. It'll just be 1 though. Interesting to see how these roles are played by these 2 batsmen, Callis and Boucher. What you call on that, Barry?
Well, Clark and Simons have got through 10, and that's how I think how Ponting manages the bowlers from here on in.
It'll be a leg by. In fact, there must have been some connection with the willow. So 8 off the over, 311 for 4. Clark again. That's the plan. Squeeze a couple more out with the spinners. What a series it's been, Barry. Unbelievable series. And here we are. This could go either way. Lee's got 4. Bracken still got 5. He's picked up a couple of sticks as well. Stuart Clark's got 4 as well. Lewis, I think we've seen the end of him. And also maybe 1 or 2 more from the spinners. Every run is being cheered by this capacity crowd of 32,000 people at Liberty Life Wanderers. What an atmosphere. And that means some 30-odd runs off the next 5 overs. That's all. I'm astounded by this. We used to rave about 600 runs in a one-day game. That's a good over. 4 runs coming from it. 35 gone, 15 remaining, 315 for 4. And that single makes it 750 today.
Taking the pace right off is Andrew Simons, and that's probably a good ploy because they've only just come to the crease. 16 minutes for Callis, 11 minutes for Boucher.
With 117 runs. Coming back for the second. Good running for Boucher. 116 runs from 86 balls with 6 wickets in hand.
Yeah, it should be easy. Should be. And also the wicket. Beauty.
Oh, goodness me. That was almost a remarkable catch from Ponting. Certainly lots of air from Simons. Under 75 k's per hour. Big dive from the skipper. Couldn't quite snaffle it.
To hand. There it is. Hung there. Great effort. It really is. Those either stick or they don't.
Just be one. So that's fairly tidy as well from Andrew Simons. 6 coming from that. 3:21 for 4. "13 overs and 5 balls remaining." Now what Australia scored in the last 15 overs when they were batting was 181. South Africa have always been ahead of Australia. At the same stage, Australia were 258 for 2. South Africa are 322 for 4. That's how well they've managed this chase. They scored 73, Australia, in their last 5. I mean, think about it, Barry. You've won the toss. You've batted first. You've wanted to get a big total and put the opposition under pressure. You've scored 434. And you look like losing the game.
Yeah, I think there'll be an inquiry afterwards. If they do, there'll be a real inquiry. I think you just got to look at world bowling. Where is it? Take away Murali, take away Warren, take away Pollock. McGrath's out of action. What is there?
Some pretty good batting. That's what we've seen today. 4 runs off that over. That's 2 good overs for Michael Clarke. 3-2-5 for 4. Just a quick look to show that Andrew Simons has been bowling the odd quicker ball. He's been going at 9.29 per over. Andrew Simons. Clarke has just pegged things back a little bit. He's now going at 7 overall. A couple of good overs the last 2. This partnership, 27 off 32 deliveries. The required rate, 8.5. Just a 1. And just need a couple of overs, Australia, here, just to keep going with what they've been going for the moment. Just going at like 5s and 4s if Clarke continues to bowl well, which will just get the change room a little bit toey. Great catch, brilliant catch. Andrew Simons is an outstanding fielder. Effortless in taking that return catch. The end of Callis.
Yeah, very good catch. He was ready for it because he's throwing the ball up. He knows there's every chance the batsman won't be able to get right to the pitch of it. A lot slower. Jacques Callis looking to go over the top. And Andrew Simons has snaffled it. And that brings it back to an even keel. Jacques Callis, the #1 batsman in the world. He's gone. 3:27 for 5. The game's on.
Look at the dismissal of Jacques Callis. 2 hands. That was the key, Barry. Disappointment from Jacques Callis. He went for 20 off 21 deliveries. Now these 2 teams, Barry, of Justin Kemp at the crease, by the way, these 2 teams have played in 3 ties. What do you reckon about 4 today?
At 434 apiece, I don't think anybody can leave this ground without having had a very, very good time.
A little bit of turn. Kemp likes the ball coming onto the bat. He'd rather the seam is in operation at the moment rather than the spinners.
Might be inclined to go one more with Andrew Simons now, just for that very reason. Kemp just at the crease.
And just 1 off the last ball. In fact, Boucher wants to come back for the second. Kemp's got long legs and safely home, so that's good running. That's turned that into 5 runs from the over. And lost a wicket at Callis. 38 gone, 3-3-0 for 5. Clarke. This will be 2. Good placement from Kemp.
Ball cricket from Damien Martin. He thought the cover fielder coming in was going to cover it, and he set off very late. Clark not happy, rightly so. Got to be on their mettle. They need to prevent the twos. Martin now is wide awake, but he's given away a run.
Yeah, Barry, and they've got 3 runs off the first 2 balls. They'll be looking to get as close to 8 and over as they can. They've got a good start this over.
Get 6 now.
It's another single. I see it long off.
No, I'm not sure he's got them always right. Probably more let down by his bowlers, who haven't bowled enough balls in the right area. Must have been a relaxed atmosphere when they went out to field. It's certainly gone away. Tension all around. Who will hold their nerve?
Okay, it's under 3 figures now. 99 to win from 67 balls. 5 wickets in hand. 6 off this over. 1 ball remaining.
From catching a lot of the deliveries. 28 sixes. 337 for 5.
That's how well South Africa have controlled this chase. 337 runs on the board now for loss of 5. And after 39 overs, Australia were 293 for 2. Difficult thing also for Ponting is that he's only got 4 men inside the circle. Ones all over the place.
Yeah, there's plenty of ones, and I think that's a bad ploy from Ricky Ponting, because then you just need the odd boundary to keep you interested. He's working on the theory that taking the pace off the ball is harder to hit the boundaries, but it's easier to pick up 6 runs and over. And then if you've got wickets in hand for the last 5, boundaries become a lot easier.
Well, what do you do, Barry? Do you bring the seamers back in? Maybe a Nathan Bracken who bowls beautifully at this time?
Yeah, the little cutters for me.
2 more. It's intelligent cricket from these 2 men in the middle at the moment.
Just too slow from Andrew Simons. Part-time bowler. You can see here plenty of time for Justin Kemp.
Simons has gone up in a big way. Umpire Brian Jerling hasn't. Well, I'm not sure he can, actually.
Where did this hit him? Yeah, a little high, that's what I thought.
Good work, good. Shots right.
The crowd are getting agitated. And that'll flow on to the players in a minute.
4 off the over. +1 makes 5. It's good stuff from Andrew Simons. It'll be interesting to see what Ponting does at the completion of the 40th over now. 342 for 5. They need exactly 93. And even my maths tells me they need to go at 9.3 from here. So it's not a doddle at this stage. It really isn't. And that yellow worm just starting to go and try and meet the blue one of Australia. Dot ball.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be the skipper who's got 434 to get the record and then lose. That's just not one record that you do want. And now Gilchrist is up to the wicket. I think that's way too late. Way too late.
Just 1. 79 fours have been hit in this match today, and that equals the most 4s in a game in Peshawar, Pakistan versus India, 2005-2006 season.
And 10 overs to go.
Why, you don't think there'll be a boundary in the next 10 overs?
Absolutely, I'm sure there will. Soon, maybe this ball.
Nice, Brax.
It's a dot ball. Okay, 3 balls into this over, the 41st, and just 1 from it so far.
Here's your money on. Come on. Don't shake your head. Come on. We're all sitting on the edge of our seats. I think in the last game we saw all their hands in the head and lots of anxious moments, and it's getting to that stage. They were buzzing about an hour ago when Herschel was smashing it to all parts. It's evened up a little now, and lead to come.
It's good length. It's very good bowling.
Excellent. You wonder why, when the pressure really got to them early on with these bowlers, they couldn't get it there for Smith and Gibbs. They were just prepared to go deep in the crease, charge the bowling. Now that they're bowling at the death, they're starting to think like death bowlers, getting it in the block hole. 6 out of 6 there. There's nowhere you can go as a batsman.
2 off the over so far. 1 ball left. Inside edge, and that's where it stays. My goodness, that is a great over from Nathan Bracken. 41 gone, 344 for 5. And the umpires decided to get involved and bring the box of tricks out and change this ball, which is going to make the ball easier to see for the batsman. More importantly, it's going to be a little bit harder. Mind you, this pitch has been so good today, I'm not sure that's even needed.
Right was Brett Lee. And it's these sorts of that sort of shot that's not going to the boundary now. And as each one of those produces only 1 run, so the pressure builds on both Boucher and Kemp. Now Kemp is the guy that over the years has been capable of doing almost anything with a bat. So if he fires here, if he plays a little cameo, he'll finish it quite fast. Right, here we go again, second ball of the over. Oh, that's well played, and it's well fielded too. That's another single. That's in the air. It's going to clear mid-on. It's going to be safe. Bouncing down towards the boundary. Well, it could so easily have gone straight up. Thinking about the third. Brett Lee's over the stumps. There's plenty of backing up as well. They ended up getting 2. Well, that was up there for quite a long time, but no one at mid-on.
This crowd's getting restless.
It's in the air, and it's going to go to the boundary for 4. They needed that desperately. It's been a while. That makes it the most 4s in a match now. The records are tumbling all over the place. 84s in this match. And the South Africans desperately needed it. The boundaries have dried up.
That's why it's so difficult to make a prediction right now. Everything's been bettered. Fantastic stuff. That'll settle Boucher a bit. I think 1 and over is not enough. He's got to have another look.
There's a man down there, just a single. A no ball called there. Umpires are going to be very close, so very watchful here. That's covered, square leg, just a single to Kemp.
That ends Lee's over.
Bracken continuing. In the air, out. Got him, big wicket. Kemp has chopped it straight to backward point. A slowish, really cutter come spinner from the left-handed Bracken, and he's got his man. The real danger at this stage, there'd certainly be some that would say was Kemp, but it's not going to be. This is the wicket again.
Yeah, this is good bowling from Bracken. Kemp eyeing out that extra cover region, and in the end only spooning it. The lack of pace being his undoing. And that was well taken as well by Damien Martin at backward point. 3:55 now for 6.
Always palmed it away. They've got to come back for the second. Every single run is vital.
We can't afford this, really. Martin getting hand to that. He's given away another run. I get the feeling that he is a bit slow in the outfield these days, Damien Martin.
Down the ground to mid-off. Well, they haven't got out, and we've now got down to crunch time. 3:58 for 6.
That is the concern for South Africa. 6 down. Haven't really got too many more wickets to play with. The bowling figures, well, they've been a mess on both sides. It's been tough work. And here and there, someone has come up with a good little spell in partnership with the other guy at the other end. And Bracken, the last couple, has been very, very good.
Right, well, a little bit of inexperience here. Lewis has got the ball. Oh, mind you, a good delivery first up, right up in the block hole. 77 to get for 41 deliveries.
Just amazing when you sniff perhaps you're in it or you've got a chance to win it. When you've got ball in hand, you're just running a lot better and you're more focused and clearer about what you have to do. It wasn't the case for Lewis his previous spell. He was disappearing. Man, did he disappear. Look, South Africa hanging in there. And they ought to lose this game.
Straight down the ground. That's going for 6. That's gone. Yes, that's gone for 6. That relieves the pressure a little bit and doubles the pressure on the bowler.
Well, I was just going to say, if South Africa ought to win it, you can't accuse them of choking. It's been a brilliant performance from them. They were so superb up front. Now, I'm going to say, 3 or 4 overs from Van der Walt. And then you're going to point serious fingers at this Australian attack.
Well, this is the highest score ever by South Africa, by the way. That's a good delivery. So he's bowled 2 right up in the block hole and 1 allowing Van der Walt to get underneath him, and he's taken him for 6. They've just got to score around about 10 and over. And I've got a feeling we could get down to the wire here. This might be one of those last over jobs again. That's straight. They should be thinking about 2 here. Touchdown and come back.
Yeah, and that's the other beauty about batting at this ground. There's so many 2s on offer. If the fielder hasn't got ball in hand, he can literally be at his feet. You can take him on. Okay, Lewis, you feel he's not comfortable with getting it up there. The sort of pace is slightly wrong. You can go.
Oh, he's hit that one, and there's a fumble. That might have been a chance of a run out. He doesn't often fumble. Andrew Simons. Perhaps he was looking up and letting his throw go before he got the ball in his hands. Oh, he's hit that one magnificently. What a shot. It's gone all the way for 6. That is an outstanding shot. 16 off the over. Unbelievable. 374 for 6. Well, he's a good striker. You heard that from Darryl Cullinan, and there is an example of it. That went whistling over the top of cover. Beautiful shot. Up go the arms of the umpire. So 61 off 36. Boucher, can he do this for South Africa? He's got that away towards mid-wicket. Just a single. Over the top. Just inches for 4. He was in the air, desperately trying to get a fingertip on that one at mid-wicket. There it goes, and all the way to the boundary.
Straight in the slot for Van der Walt. It wasn't quite the slow ball. This is what he's going to enjoy here. Bring it on, Bracken. Just bring on the pace. Don't take the pace off it.
Straight down the ground. What a shot. All the way into the crowd. An unbelievable straight 6. Well, I think the Aussies thought just for a little while there that certainly with Bracken they've got him nailed. But the man in your picture now, Van der Walt, has come out, and you don't get better straight hits than that one.
Brilliant shot.
Full toss, whipped away. That area is covered. They'll think about 2, but change their mind. Stay there for a single. 40, is it 49 to get now of 32 deliveries? That gap is closing up. This has moved back in the favour of South Africa now. Gilchrist at the stumps. Well, they'll get two.
It's turning out to be a great over here for South Africa. 14 from it already. Bracken has one more delivery remaining. Question here for punting is, does he bring Lee back into the tack?
Well, bowled right up in the block hole. That's the one that's very difficult to get away. They needed a dot ball there, the Aussies. 388 for 6. Oh boy, he's playing some good shots. It's picked up on the boundary though, back for 2. But just looking at the scoreboard now, it seems to me that in these conditions the South Africans are starting to get themselves into a really good winning position here. 45 to get off 29 balls. So that gap has really closed up.
Well, interestingly, punting has continued with Lewis. So he doesn't feel he needs to bring in potentially his best strike bowler in Lee yet.
Oh, good shot. Will it get to the boundary? There'll be a dive here. He's dragged it back. Well done. They'll come back for 3 though. Well, that one run could just make a difference. That's the end of the over. 397 for 6. Right, Bracken. New over. Into the block hole. A single. 38 of 24. At the start of the over, that single makes it 37 off 23. So 37 runs to get off 23 balls. And the way runs have been scored here, that is on. Very much on. South Africa, favourites to win at the moment. They look a little more relaxed, don't they? But they don't want to lose Boucher, or for that matter, Vanova. What a partnership this has been. Full toss. Same area. Will they go for the second? No is the answer to that.
It's a partnership, 43 of 24 balls, 25 balls. It's been the story of the day. What a seesaw battle. I don't know, Tony, I think Australia pick up a wicket here. I tend to favour them. If they don't get something now in the next 6 to 10 balls, you've got to go with South Africa.
Yeah, no, South Africa got this, I reckon. Oh, he's got him. Perhaps that's not the case. A flat bat from Van der Vaart has gone to Ponting, who's been off the ground getting some attention to his finger, and he's caught a little rocket. It's come at him like a bullet. He's got beautifully into position, taken the catch, and, well, that might alter it. It'll certainly put the skids under the South Africans just a little bit.
Yeah, this is a great catch. I can tell you what, many fielders in this sort of situation won't want the ball anywhere near them. Not Ricky Ponting. That's a good pressure catch. And that is a fine little innings. Jan van der Vaart, the crowd appreciate it. 35 of 18. 399 now for 7. What a wonderful atmosphere it has been. This crowd has been treated to truly one of the great one-day international matches ever witnessed. Probably one of the best in South Africa ever.
Telemarcus gets one leg, and Bracken, having got the wicket, is going to bowl his 4th delivery of the over. In the air, oh, just over Ponting's head. Very nearly 2 in the row for Ponting. In goes the throw down the far end, and they back for 2. Straight back to Bracken. Well fielded by Bracken. This is not easy actually to come in with the ball pitched right up there. What he's likely to do, if they bowl him a short delivery, that's the one he likes. He'll dispatch that to square leg. But if they keep it up and straight, there's always a chance of another wicket here.
Well, from if you were a bowler right now, you may be very nervous to try anything. You'll probably just go for the safest bet and get it full and straight as quickly as you can.
Absolutely. Sweep shot, 4! Great shot! Wonderful shot! Well, he's obviously decided whatever that was, he was going to sweep it. That has taken the pressure off. They needed a boundary there. Telemarcus decided to sweep. Probably the first time he's ever played this shot. Have a look at this from outside off stump.
It's a beauty. Man, if you had asked him to play this again, he'd probably miss it. I reckon he was thinking like a bowler, anticipating that Bracken was going to go full and straight. I don't think it's too difficult to work out, though.
He did right, 30 to get, 30 runs to get from 18 balls. It will be the most phenomenal victory if they manage to top the 434 for 4 made by Australia. Lewis smashed away to mid-wicket. It's going to go for 4. Yes, it's hit the boundary. Boucher is playing an unbelievable knock. He's done this so often. 35. Slightly over-pitched, and he's whacked it to mid-wicket. 35 he's got off 35 deliveries.
And it's Lewis. He's still got the ball in hand.
Oh, and he's hit it straight back at him. Lewis has got to get to the stumps. They've come back for 2. Lewis has just cracked 100. 9.2 overs, no wicket for 102. Works it away on the onside. It's another 4. Bracken's chasing. He won't get there. The noise in the stadium is unbelievable. Every shot has been cheered with a standing ovation.
Well, if you weren't at the Wanderers today, you've missed out big time. What a fantastic day's cricket. Well, the first ball went for boundary. Boucher's followed it up again. So this over is working out beautifully up for South Africa.
It certainly is. Oh, and that's hit the bat of the non-striker. Otherwise, it may well have been 4. Boy, he hit that beautifully. 19 to win of 14. What they don't want is another wicket. I mean, if you start to get 8 down and then 9 down, and then, well, who knows? Lewis to Telemarcus. He's got a nick on it. Going down a third man. It'll be picked up down there. Telemarcus comes back for the second. So 2 more to the total. He's hit it. He's hit it like a rocket. What a shot. Boy, is he strong. It's gone for 4 to extra cover. Lewis has taken a terrible pummeling. They're on their feet, the South Africans. Absolutely everywhere. The flags are flying here at the bullring. Spare a thought for the bowler. He has disappeared to every corner of the Wanderers. Bracken through the offside for a single. 13, now is that 12 to get off 11 balls. Really, it's only a runner ball. Only wickets can save Australia. Yeah, they're on their feet for singles at the moment. It's in the air. This has got to be out, surely. No, it's going to be short. Oh, it's a great catch. Wonderfully taken. Well, Hussey is an unbelievable fieldsman. He has taken that beautifully. Had to come in miles. It's the very thing the South Africans didn't want to see happen, was a wicket to go down, because now they get into a situation where there's just a possibility they'll get bowled out. Look at Hussey go. Inches off the ground. Brilliantly taken. Well, what a game.
.423 for 8.
Andrew Hall is the new batsman. Another wicket falls here. All of a sudden it's 9 down. Boucher has got the strike because they crossed. Right in the block hole. They get a single. Well, all they need is a run of ball.
So only 11 shy now, South Africa. The new batsman's on strike.
Right in the block hole, and wide of the fieldsman. They'll come back for the second. Hall races away. In goes the throw. They're back for 2. Hall on strike in the block hole, straight to Ponting. Can't quite get there. They'll get a single. That's all they need. 1 every ball.
Well, Tony, Brett Lee's got a bowl. I think the question here for Ponting is surely got a bowl Lee the next over.
Round the wicket from Bracken. Right off the middle of the bat. They'll only get a single. Always a chance of a wicket falling. 7 to get of 6 balls. There have been 3 ties between Australia and South Africa. And this is very, very tense stuff. And he's just pausing with Ponting now, having a little chat. Right, where are you going to bowl it, mate? 7 to get of 6 deliveries. Boucher, if he can get a 4 away here of one of these deliveries early on, then they don't have to take any chances. On the other hand, if it's a few dot balls, then they do, and a wicket could fall. He's hit it. Oh, it's hit Brett Lee on the shin. Just a single. Boy, that could quite easily have gone rocketing away down the ground, and it's hit him square on the shin too. He hit it so well, I think it went rocketing into, was it his shin or his ankle?
Well, let's just bear in mind there's a test match series coming up as well. That was on the foot.
Here he goes. What can Andrew Hall do? Oh, it's a great shot. He's got it away for 4. Over the top of long on, down to the boundary for 4. Now South Africa should definitely win.
What a brilliant day's cricket. We keep saying it. We'll have to watch this many, many times over. Man for the pressure situation. Still, he's picked his gap. And now Ponting's got no option but to bring those fielders in. He's got to take the gamble. He's got to ask Hall to try and do that again. Surely, with 2 to win, it's a matter of bat on ball, run hard, and that should be enough. Who would ever have thought that Australia would lose a match defending 434?
Oh, he's had a go, he's out! Oh, he's out! That's the last thing they wanted. And here's the shot. He didn't, I'm sure that wasn't the plan. The plan was surely a single.
Maybe as it left the hand, Hall thought, well, that's in the slot. Maybe I can get away with it. 433 for 9.
So, they've got to go for a single here. Oh, he's got a single. He's got it to third man. Right, now then. They need 1 of 2 balls. South Africa cannot lose. They have tied the match right here. Now it's a question of winning it. Yeah, well, he doesn't want to go and do anything silly. I mean, all he needs is a single here. They don't want to run out. Straight down the ground. What a victory. That is a sensational game of cricket. And it is a superb victory. Well, I've been around the world watching this game. Look, their tears. They are crying out there. The South Africans are charging out onto the ground. Gilchrist shakes hands with Boucher. Keeney's on a high. Ponting cannot believe this has happened to his team. The South Africans at the Bullring today have seen the best one-day international ever played. That is the performance of the South African batsmen. Dippenaar out early. Smith played superbly. Gibbs played the best innings he's ever played in one-day international cricket. And the rest of them kept the pressure coming. They kept the runs ticking over. And Boucher then came in and finished it off with some seriously good help from Van der Vaart in particular. These do not make good reading. It's not often that bowlers get carted around to the extent they have, and I'm not just talking about the Australians. Both sides had their bowlers cleaned up. But the worst figures ever. No wicket for 113 there. Now secured by Lewis, the Australian. And as the summary, well, there it is. They scored 434, batting first, having won the toss, and they actually lost the match. South Africa fought back right down to the wire. Second last ball, the match was won.
This program brought to you by the new Ford